Good morning, Professor. I am Omar bin Firdaus, and for this presentation, our topic is factors influencing customer satisfaction during air travel. So, for the presentation and project, my group members are Oluwatomishe, Oluwatoin, and Pranita Nair. So, here's the table of content. Here we'll discuss the relevant literature, research question, finding from the predictive analysis, finding from exploratory analysis, recommendation, limitation, and conclusion. So, is the background of the study. In this study, we basically examine how different variables are affecting customer satisfaction during air travel. The study examines which dimensions have a positive influence on satisfaction and which dimension has least important impact on satisfaction as perceived by airline passengers. The findings of the study are based on the analysis of sample of 2,000 respondents from the data set given to us in the class. To analyze the data, we use Microsoft Excel to provide various statistical calculations such as multiple regression analysis, model summarization, ANOVA, and coefficient. So here's the literature review. So similar research has been done and carried out in other countries as well. For example, Archana and Suba in India, Huang in Taiwan, Khan in Malaysia, and several other researchers as well. So from their research, we found some gaps. So firstly, the effects of individual dimensions of airline service quality has not been fully investigated in previous studies. None of such study has been carried based on the variables we have selected from the given dataset, or the dataset has different variable. From that, we have selected some variables which I am gonna discuss later. So here's the research question. We divided it into two parts. First, the broad question, which is what are the factors which influence customer satisfaction during air travel. So here are the specific questions. We selected 6 variables and we make question out of it. First, the age, how age influence satisfaction in air travel. Then the shopping amount. Then how spending on eating and drinking influence satisfaction in air travel. Then how departure delay and minutes influence satisfaction in air travel. And then how arrival delay influence satisfaction in air travel, and last one, how flight time in minutes influence satisfaction in air travel. So we developed some hypotheses, total 6 hypotheses. So hypothesis first, the null, which is there is no significant impact of departure delay on customer satisfaction during air travel. Then there is no significant impact of arrival delay on customer satisfaction, and there is no significant impact of food and drinking spending at the airport on customer satisfaction. And there is no significant impact of flight time on customer satisfaction. Then number 5 is there is no significant impact of age on customer satisfaction. And the last one is there is no significant impact of shopping spending at the airport on customer satisfaction during air travel. So here I'll talk about the predictive analysis. Firstly, the model summary. So this table of regression statistics represent the summarized information about the fitness of the tested model. Firstly, the coefficient of correlation has a value of 0.257, shows that there is a weak correlation between the given model and dependent variable. Secondly, the coefficient of determination, or R square, has a value of 0.06. The value, or 6.6%, which indicates that 6% variation of the dependent variable due to the independent variables. Standard error value is 0.95, which is not very close to the 0. That explains coefficient is too large compared to standard error. Now I'll talk about the ANOVA. This is the analysis of variation, provide information about levels of variability within a regression model, and form a basis for test of significance. The table illustrated that the value of F test is 23.46 and the p-value is less than 5%, which suggests that overall model is statistically significant. Now here is the coefficient. The table represents the regression coefficient result of the tested model. If you look at the table to assess the significance of each independent variables, we took the confidence level of 95%, which means the beta is 5%. So whichever p-value comes under 5%, that will succeed to reject the null, and whichever more than 5% will fail to reject the null. So here's the intercept. of the variables. So based on the intercept, we make a regression model, which is satisfaction equals to satisfaction is a dependent variable and these are the independent variables. Now I would like to elaborate about the value p-value here. First, the independent variable age taken for the study having coefficient of 0.013 and p-value of 0.001, showing that we succeed to reject the null hypothesis, confirming that there is significant impact of age on customer satisfaction. Secondly, independent variable shopping amount at the airport, which is a coefficient of 0.001 and p-value of 0.079. So this is more than 5%. Therefore, we fail to reject the null, confirming that shopping amount has no significant impact on customer satisfaction. So the third variable is eating and drinking in the airport, which has a coefficient of 0.001 and the p-value of 0.005, this being the within limit of 5%. So here we succeed to reject the null. That means this variable eating and drinking in the airport has significant impact of satisfaction. Then the departure delay in minutes, which has a coefficient of 0.003 and p-value of 0.077, this being the more than 5%. So we fail to reject the null, confirming that departure delay in minute has no significant impact on customer satisfaction. Same is happen with scenarios, same is with the arrival delay as well. For this case, null is also we fail to reject the null. So the arrival delay has no impact on customer satisfaction as well. So the last one, flight time in minutes. So it's also the p-value is more than 5%. So we fail to reject the null, confirming that flight time in minutes has no significant impact on customer satisfaction during air travel. The next part of the presentation will be given on a different video. My fellow group members will present it. Thank you very much.